Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about The Circle, Season 6, Episode 1.
Listen here, I need y'all to subscribe. I need y'all to like. I need y'all to comment. And I need y'all to share. We are about to do The Circle. This would be my first time watching The Circle in full. I always catch it in the middle of the season as if it's not on Netflix. I can always go back. But I'm like, I'm trying to tweet while watching it with everybody else. Blair, you watched The Circle in full season before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully you can walk me through this. I am new to this, not true to this, but Blair is true to this, so walk us through this.
Okay.
I'm a rapper.
Yes.
I rhyme this with this.
Hello.
I know, right?
Well, we open up and finding out that there is a twist this season. There is going to be an AI bot playing the ultimate catfish. What did you think when you first heard that?
I was new to this, not true to this. So in my head, I was like, oh, okay, true. I guess the real thing is, because I know what AI is, it's like, oh, people think they're good at being catfish because they think they're good. Like, oh, I'm going to act like a man, even though I'm a woman, so I know how to talk like a man, or vice versa. But you actually got a AI intelligence. You have intelligence basically like, oh, I know what to say. So I'm very interested in this to see how it will go. I wish we would have seen some of it in the first episode. Yeah. But, maybe in the second episode we see it.
And I'm very concerned about how the winnings are going to get distributed if the bot wins.
I feel like y'all don't win.
So the show gets to keep the money. So yes. I guess that makes the game even crazier because it's just like you have to play against the machine. So that's wild to me.
Yeah.
Kyle, so we get introduced to some of the players. Kyle is 31, lives in Miami, Florida. He is a pro basketball player. He plays overseas. He also brought his dog.
Yeah.
So for his profile, he's going to set up that he is a basketball trainer. He doesn't want people to know that he's a player because of the stigmas of being like a ladies' man or being untrustworthy, things like that, for being a professional basketball player.
I guess trainers don't get that stigma either.
I guess not.
Okay.
He got married last year, but he is going into the circle as single as not to close any doors. His plan is to build as many alliances as possible.
Okay.
Next player, Lauren, 26, from Philly. She is a gamer and she used to stream video games. She's been to a lot of different conventions. The one that stuck out to me was the furry conventions. That's something that I had seen online and stuff. Yeah. And that is a very interesting convention.
Yes, it is.
So I was like, okay. Well, she sets up her profile as herself 100%. She is super single, and she also puts that she is an ex-Twitch streamer.
Okay, let's see the next person.
Miles, 29, aka Young Papi Fuego. He's pretty much says that he has a very polarizing personality. You either love him or hate him. He is an AI engineer. Yeah. And to me, that was just like, ooh, I wonder if he's going to be able to figure out the AI.
He should. That's his job.
I'm curious. He says that he's very social and he is a big flirt.
Okay.
Next player is Brandon, 34. He is a nursing assistant. He's going in as a catfish as one of his good friends, Olivia. So we see Olivia's picture. She's a pretty blonde young girl. He thinks that the guys are going to find her hot and he can make people laugh. So he's going to use his personality to win people over, but also her looks when it comes to the guys.
Okay, we'll see about that.
He sets her profile as Olivia, 26. So the chat opens. Everybody's a little bit nervous to send the first message. Not Miles. Miles sends the first message saying that he's excited to meet everyone. Yeah. Kyle is giddy. Olivia is excited. Miles thinks that Olivia's pic is so basic that it could be a catfish.
Wow.
He says he'll flirt with her, but it's basic.
Wow.
And the thing is, the picture is like a picture of her in the car just showing her face. Would you have thought she was a catfish off that picture? I don't know what makes it so basic. I don't get it. Is it because it's a face shot?
Listen here. I'm always worried of just headshots.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm like, you're not going to jail, so I don't understand why you got your mugshot here.
Okay.
I'm guessing people who come on the show know the premise of the show. So he's probably like, okay, based on what I've seen, they usually pick a photo that they think that they would like. Let me reword that in this way.
Okay.
For example, if I take a picture of you, right? I take multiple pictures of you, right? The picture I probably would choose to post of you, you probably like, why would you post that ugly picture of me? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be the same. The picture I would choose probably would show my outfit or
Who knows?
or more of my personality or something.
But I'm just going off of how the male perspective is different from the woman's perspective,
Gotcha.
right? So he's playing a woman. He's trying to catfish as a woman, and she probably wouldn't have chose that picture. You get what I'm saying? But he chose that picture because she's like, she looks beautiful. Look at her face and things like that. And she's probably like, why would you choose this picture of me? This is an ugly picture of me. To me as a guy, I'm like, they all you?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's probably what he's probably used to seeing or things like that. That's the only thing I can think of that makes sense.
Okay.
In like that way.
Lauren is excited and she's sweating.
Yeah.
Olivia keeps saying that she's excited. Everyone seems cool.
Yeah.
And based off of her responses, Lauren and Miles pick up on the fact that she might be a catfish.
And I ain't gonna hold you. Me too.
Yeah. But what was it that she said? I thought that she was being normal. Do you think that maybe she should have had a bigger personality in an initial conversation? Because I didn't get it, honestly.
It was too interviewee.
Oh.
It was too interviewee. Now, granted, what everybody else is saying in these comments is very social media language.
Gotcha.
Because they saying things like hashtag turn up, hashtag I'm on the show, like things like that.
Yeah.
But based on the picture gave me boring and serious, right? So if you gonna give me boring and serious, like it's kind of like your picture tell me you don't have a big personality. So it just came off as too interviewee. It's something that I probably will put on as my LinkedIn maybe.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
But nothing that really show like this person I'm portraying on the show. That's what he messed up at. I think he messed up with the picture off top. You get what I'm saying? And just automatically went with, oh, she's good looking. The guy's gonna like her. You know what I'm saying?
So we've got Cassie, 29.
Yeah.
She is a mom of 2, and she is engaged to a new man.
Yeah.
Apparently, she has a history of catfishing with her ex-husband, to where she went online to see if he would take the bait, and he did, and she left his behind.
So she was the catfish.
Yes.
It's funny because I think she said, don't marry your high school sweetheart, because I think they was high school sweethearts. So it's so interesting that she's going to play herself.
Yes, she's going in as herself.
I would think you would be the catfish since you know how to catfish people. But
Right.
Go ahead, continue.
Next, we meet Steffi. She's 35. She is a psychic medium, and an astrologer.
Okay.
She has an emotional support skeleton, and she is going in as herself.
Listen here, man. I'm just going to tell you right now. The blood of Jesus, okay?
Okay.
That's all I got to say, okay? A emotional support skeleton. Never heard of that before.
All right.
But go ahead, continue.
Some of these things I feel like people do to stand out so they can gain, social media following. So I feel like this was like part of her thing to stand out. Although I do believe this is part of her personality.
I would have been like,
she seems like a very eccentric person.
I would have been like, unfollowed.
Yeah.
The emotional support skeleton is where you lost me at.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Next, we meet Caress. She is 37.
Yeah.
She has decided to come in as a catfish. She is going to play her younger brother, Paul.
And I already knew she messed up right there.
How?
Because I'm like, you don't know your brother.
Okay.
So it's very interesting. Like you can't, if you go catfish someone, I would suggest that you be someone that you don't have a personal relationship with. Because even the picture that she chose for her brother, she'd be like, oh yeah, he looks cool, he looks fly, I'm like, he looks the same in all of them. He looks like a regular guy and things like that. And then on it, as Blake will tell us, she put rapper. I'm like, okay, like it's just very strange.
Yeah. Well, one of the reasons why she's going in as Paul is because he has such a huge social media following. Yeah. But in my mind, I was like, well, that's great for Paul, but that's not you.
That ain't gonna help you.
So I don't think Paul, and I don't know, but I don't know if Paul has this big social media following just because of how he looks. It's probably how he interacts and engages on his social media, the people he meets in real life.
He might be good at social media.
Yeah, he might just be really good at social media, and it might not translate with you being him, but we will see. So she is setting his age at 26, putting him down as single and as a rapper, like you said. So the 3 new people are added to the chat. Yeah. Olivia jumps in to welcome them, and they are all super excited to be there. Lauren thinks Paul is a girl. She immediately catches on based off of how Paul is communicating.
Told you. Because you know why? This one is more obvious. Guys are not wordy. You get what I'm saying? Women are wordy. Women say things in 10 sentences that can be said in one. He was too wordy. He was writing essays off the top.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and then on top of that, a woman exposed you.
Yeah.
So like she could tell, and I was like, yeah, you definitely being a little too wordy there. With Paul, your brother, you know.
Yeah. Steffi asked what everyone's sign is. Miles was just thinking to himself, I hate this stuff. And honestly, nobody answered that, which I thought was kind of rude. Yeah, okay. But Olivia asked for Paul to rap, and then he gives a little rap in the chat. Olivia is stressed.
Yeah.
And she's like, I got to think of something else to say. Like, I don't think I've like shown my presence enough. Or Olivia Brandon, I think his name is. And so the chat ended. So Brandon/Olivia didn't feel like he came in with a big enough presence. He's bummed about it. He starts crying a little bit, but he says that he just needs to do better.
Yeah, man. This is the point of the show, in my opinion. Like, you have to, especially if you were coming as a catfish, you playing against other contestants, right? But you're also playing against your mind because y'all don't see each other, and y'all don't get to, at least at this point, and you don't really know what people's reaction is. So you making up these scenarios in your mind, and it kind of lets you go, am I going to basically overcorrect? Or am I gonna leave it what it is? Maybe I did this. Maybe nobody thinks what Brandon's thinking with Olivia, but maybe they are.
But Brandon also, like, in that moment I felt like he was starting to come down on himself, like thinking like, am I even going to be good enough to play this game? Am I good enough as a person in general? Like, I think he was starting to spiral a little bit, but thankfully he caught himself.
Yeah, because he was like, everybody's so good at this, at chatting and things like that. But you know, it's the first hour,
right?
You know what I mean?
Well, they get their first game called For Real. For Real. They are going to be asked morally challenging questions. They can answer no if it's something they wouldn't do, or yes if they would. The results are then revealed for everyone to see and to judge you off of.
Yeah.
Miles is the only one who would unfriend someone who has been canceled.
Okay, so the question was, will you unfriend someone if they
are canceled?
If they are canceled, what is your answer to that, Blair?
No, and the only reason I say that is because people get canceled off of a lot of dumb things. So no, if it's something crazy, I agree. I think Miles went to the to 1,000 where he was just like, well, if they did something to get canceled, they probably did something crazy. But I'm just like, people get canceled off of dumb stuff too. So I would say no. What about you?
No, like they are friends. They're like, you get what I'm saying? So if they are my friend, I'm not gonna unfriend them because they got canceled by social media. I probably did. They probably would have to tell me because I'm not on social media that much.
Exactly, me neither.
You know,
I probably wouldn't know what.
I'm like,
did.
What? Why did you say that? You get what I'm saying? Like I'll probably be lost. You know,
I'd be like, dang. I'd be like, you want to go ahead and get some Subway?
Oh no, I'm not going to public with you though. Okay, relax.
Well, everyone except Paul, they get this question about, would you date somebody who has an OnlyFans?
Would you date me, Blair, if I had an OnlyFans?
No.
Wow, judgmental much.
Would you?
No, of course not. You're nasty.
So everyone except Paul and Kyle say that they would date somebody who has an OnlyFans. Next question is, if your friend was cheating, would you keep their secret?
Will you keep the secret, Blair?
Yeah.
Wow.
Would you?
Of course. But
okay.
but that's not the point, right? And look, I know how people love to say, look, because they try to make themselves seem so much not like a bad person in real life. They say, look, I wouldn't say anything, but every time I'm around him, I'm telling you, gotta tell him. You gotta tell him. We're making jokes. Yes. Okay? We're making jokes. But no, I wouldn't have said anything. I wouldn't say anything.
Miles is the only one who would say no. So he would not keep the secret. He would spill the beans.
Wow.
Would you break up with someone over text?
Will you break up with someone over text, Blair?
No.
Really? Why?
Because if we're together... Wait, did I?
Hold on,
I think I did break up with somebody over text once. Okay, but I would never do it again.
Okay, thank you.
I did that one time. But no, I would never do it again. What about you? Oh, okay.
I would... Now, here's the thing. I like Just because I would do it doesn't mean that I prefer it, though.
Yeah.
Because I like to see your face. Because I want to see reaction to me.
You want to see me cry?
Yes. So like that's me. But I'm not against it. You get what I'm saying? I'm not against like me just saying, hey, we're done. You get what I'm saying? And I'll probably put it in 2 words and not even make it a paragraph. I just say we're done. But me personally, I would want to see your face.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And y'all in the comments, join us too on what you would do. Let us get to know you and judge you, you know. So folks aren't trusting Miles off of this game. Wow. He chose opposite to what a lot of people were thinking. The game is over and the circle hopes that they've learned a lot more about each other.
Yeah.
Kyle thinks that he might connect with Lauren more, and Lauren also feels the same way.
Okay, interesting.
So we get a moment to where private chats are open. So Kyle messages Lauren for private chat. He feels bad for doing that. He kind of feels like he's like doing something wrong when it comes to like his marriage. But he essentially says, F it, I'm here to win some money.
I'm about to say, exactly.
So let's play the game. Kyle asks her what kind of gamer she is, and he asks like Xbox or like PlayStation, but she's like a PC player. She calls him Kai Kai and says that she knew that he would be a gamer. He says only she can call him that nickname with heart eyes. She asks him if he likes anime, and he does. During their conversation, Paul invites Lauren to a private chat as well. So Lauren wanted to stay in the conversation with Kyle a little bit more because he seemed genuine and kind. But she said, in the name of strategy, I need to end this chat and I need to talk to Paul. I need numbers.
True.
So they talk a little bit about cheating and breaking up over text.
Basically talking about his answers and things like that. Yeah,
with Paul. Lauren thinks Paul's dad could be playing him based off of these responses. Like, it didn't sound like a 26-year-old guy.
Of course, because I got my big sister over here acting like her little brother.
So if a girl were to cheat, he said that he would limit communication to text, hashtag respect boundaries. That does not sound like...
Men don't talk like that.
that. So Caress/Paul thinks that Lauren is a catfish.
Okay.
All right. Lauren thinks Paul is a catfish.
I'm about to say, you call me catfish, I'm going to call you catfish. It's just plain and simple.
Brandon/Olivia messages Steffi. They talk about Olivia's career as a nurse, and they both love helping people. And Steffi is saying that that's why she's into her psychic stuff as well, because that's what she loves, helping people. Miles messages Cassie. They talk about adjusting to the circle and the game. They discuss snooping out catfish, and Cassie says blondes got to stick together. So they form this little alliance, which they both feel good about.
That's good. That's good. We are moving through this. Let's keep going.
They get an alert. Players have to rate each other. The top 2 players will become influencers and will have to make a big decision.
First game. Let's see.
Yes. So after that alert, they get a message that they're going to have a little welcome party. So they get hula hoops, music, games. So we have a little dance break until we get to business. Okay. So now it is business time. And we see how everyone has ranked.
Let's see.
7th place, Paul.
Okay.
5th place, Ty, Cassie, and Miles.
Okay.
4th place, Kyle. 3rd place, Steffi. And our top 2, 2nd place, Lauren. 1st place, Olivia. Okay. So Brandon, Olivia, you didn't do too bad. You did actually pretty great.
Yes, Brandon, relax. Okay.
So Lauren and Olivia are our influencers. They get another alert. The influencers have a decision to make, but they will not be blocking players from the circle. So usually,
what happens?
In the circle, the influencers decide on who they block. So that way there's less players in the game. So that way we can find out who is going to be the winner of this money. Okay. So instead of that, the influencers have to choose 2 new players to join the circle. Oh. Olivia votes to have Corey Tyler in the circle because the other girl had blonde hair, and Brandon was like, I feel like we got enough blondes. Let's add Corey into the mix. Lauren decides on Max because he has a dog. She thinks dog people are nice people, so that's why she chose Max.
Hey, listen. Yes. Even that's interesting because even the person that she was connected to in the private chat, he's a dog person. Exactly. So maybe she's on to something. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, Corey Tyler enters the apartment. Yeah. And then we see that Max is already in the apartment. Max is the first ever AI player, and that is where we end.
Raging Against the Machine. What was your thoughts on the first episode?
I thought it was pretty interesting. I mean, the circle is always so cheesy. That's why I've like fell off and come back so many times but at the end of the day, like, they have to voice their thoughts so that we know what they're thinking and what their gameplay is. So all of this talking to themselves and all of this theatrics is completely necessary, but sometimes I'm just like, ah. But overall, I think it'll be a good season, and I'm more so really interested to see how AI makes an impact on the game. So.
That's what I think I came at the perfect season. I want to see how AI does against it, because this game is based off of basically social media, texting, and things like that. So I like how current and in the times the show is staying with. So I'm very interested in seeing how this will play out. Make sure y'all stay with us, though, because we're going to walk you through on how it's going to play out. We're going to try to get the next 3 episodes out before Wednesday. I think Wednesday is when the next batch of episodes come out.
Okay.
So look out for episode 2, 3, and 4 before Wednesday.
All right.
That's it?
That's it.
Anything else?
That's all.
Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, comment. We see y'all later.
Bye.